All right. So everybody keeps asking us, guys, is now a good time to buy or sell? The real question is, are you missing opportunities without even realizing it? Because in this market, people aren't losing because of rates. They're losing because of their mindset.
Yeah, we're seeing so many people sit by the sidelines and waiting, and now it is costing them.
And on the real estate side, I'm watching deals happen every day, just not for the people that's hesitating.
So, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Teach Me Tuesday. Today, we're going to talk all about missed opportunities. So, let's just get right into it, guys. So, the market reality check, right? So, the market is always changing, right? And people sometimes don't know if it's a good bad, good market or a bad market. What are you guys seeing out there? Do you see that some people are just wanting to just wait because they feel like it's just not a good time to buy, and that the market may crash or something like that, or they'll wait till the market crash or something along those lines? What are you guys seeing?
No, I'll jump in. I mean, with everything going on in the world, I mean, no, the market is not crashing. We're not in a crazy seller market as people have gotten accustomed to in the past few years. We're in a balanced market. I mean, right now, homes are sitting on the market a little bit longer, which brings about opportunity for buyers to negotiate and get deals. Sellers are now more negotiable than ever because they're trying to sell their home and move their home, and it gives them an incentive now to be open to more negotiation. So that's always a benefit to the buyers. And buyers just now have more leverage than they have in previous years. So um, it's still a balanced market. No one side is getting the best of the other. It's just all about how you can negotiate to get into a home that you really desire.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, Wilmot, on your side, I mean, I know you probably see this a lot more, in real time because you deal with both, heavily with the sellers and with, buyers as well. Do you get, or have you experienced a lot with clients that you interacted with that truly thinks that, well, I would say that they truly need a market reality check. They think that the market is maybe good or bad, and they kind of decide to wait because really they're unsure.
Well, you know what's funny is, and I get it. I think with when you enter into the real estate market, you just a lot of people just don't know. So I get it. The hesitation sometimes, right?
Mhm.
But that's why it's important to make sure you got a trusted advisor, okay, like your
Mhm.
realtor, okay, because they can let you know, man, this is a good deal. I'm telling you, like, and then and I think it makes me think about a situation that just happened recently, LaShawn and Gavin, where it was a missed opportunity. I had this property, and and I'm saying this, guys, just understand. I know I'm a realtor. I know I sell houses. I don't want you to think that when I tell you it's a good deal, I'm just trying to sell you something. You know what I'm saying? It, most likely it's a good deal. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you. I'll let you know if it's too high or what you need to do or if you need to negotiate something else or whatever. I had this situation, right? Seller was offering crazy closing costs, right?
Mm.
And the price drop as well. Very motivated seller. And people just watched it, right? They have it saved. And I know if you out there right now, you got that Zillow app and you got it saved in your favorites, and you just waiting for that thing to just drop and
Did
drop
they
some
think it was too
more.
good to be true? Is that what you think
Right,
it was? Like,
right. So come, I've showed it to clients, and it was like, man, it's nice. We'll think about it. I said, okay, all right, fine. Um, the house goes under contract. Then they call me,
Oh,
mm,
and I'm like, I'm really not trying. I was telling you the truth the first time. You know what I'm saying? you know, and it's like, what? You got any more? No, I don't. I don't have any more.
nope, they're one of a kind.
That's
but that
that's a good point. That's a good point, Gavin.
That's
You
hard.
gonna kick yourself every time you pass that house when you see them kids playing in the yard. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They putting up the Christmas decorations. You know, they done put the nice pretty white rock on around the
That's right.
outside and put up the bushes that you like. It's like, man, I like how they did that. Man, I could have had that house.
Well, there's that
But I
mistake.
mean, you got a point, to be honest. Like, because I look at it from both sides. I'm not gonna lie. Like, granted, Gavin and I
Right.
and you, like we're in this business. I see it every day. I don't always practice what I preach. I tell people they should be, but it is a different feel when you're the consumer, right? When you're the
Right.
client, you're the buyer. I remember when Gavin and I was looking at our first investment property, and like I was scared, even though I'm a lender. I know my numbers. I'm just like, I don't know. Should we offer this much? Like, I don't, let's just wait. And we missed out on opportunities because of that
Right.
exact same thing, because I was not sure, or I didn't have as much experience in making offers. And I just was, my realtor could have told me, yeah, this is good. Yeah. And I know but it's just when you're in it, it's easier said than done.
And I get it. And I totally get it. That's why I said I understand the hesitation at times. But you know what? It take one time. That's it.
That's true.
I've
Mhm.
taken buyers out and I don't know and everything. That's okay, cool. Fine. House goes on the contract. Quick. Then they're like,
Mhm.
dang, that one ain't available no more. I was like, yeah, dog, it's gone.
Oh.
It's
Right.
gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't hold it. I always tell people I cannot hold a house
It's
on the
true.
market, but we can always make an offer. You know what I'm saying? We can always make an offer and negotiate it to a point, maybe to a price point you're comfortable with. Um, but I'm hesitant to say that too because you see,
Hey,
because
they
some
gonna take.
people, like you said, Gavin, they'll lowball it, right?
Hey, let's talk
You
about that
know,
mistake. Making lowball offers, man. What
But
that
I've
looks
right?
seen
like.
some lowball offers that work. Like, I've seen some people do some crazy stuff. They offer 20, 30, 50,000 below, and they got it. So how do you I'm not a gambler. I'm not a gambler at
Uh-huh.
all.
Uh-huh.
So how do you really like advise or really give advice in this space on if a person, if it's a good idea to lowball versus not lowball? Let's jump there and we get back to the other ones.
Gavin, you want to go first, or
Yeah,
you?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I'll
I
let you.
think, yeah, because
I
I'm
talk a
gonna just
lot on that
I'm gonna
one.
speak from my own personal experience. Man, I one of the first as a realtor, one of the first homes that I helped someone buy, helped my aunt buy her house, and yeah, I'm looking at comps and it was a great house, great opportunity, right where she wants to be, but I'm like, Auntie, I I don't know if we should come in, $15,000 less than asking price and ask for closing costs, whatever it may be.
And
Um,
ask if they are solar panels
and
and
then, and ask for X, Y, and Z. But
yeah.
but lo and behold, I mean, when we got to the meat and potatoes of why we wanted to go in at this offer price, um, I mean, the offer got accepted. It blew my mind, bro. It's like, but you just never know what the seller's motivation is. The house wasn't on the market, no more than 30 days. But
Mm,
it just so happens this guy, his company was moving him, and he had to sell the home, and he wasn't looking to necessarily make a profit out because I guess his company it was who was going to benefit from it, I guess, or whatever. So you just never know what somebody's motivation is, and it's you still got to guide and lead them like, hey, we're not going to insult this buyer by the house just came on the market, it's priced well, comp support what they're listing it for. We're not going to offer $50,000 less than what they're. I mean, we can say that we're not going to do that, or we can help guide somebody like that. May not be the best thing to do, but if that's what that person wants to do and you're representing them and you're fine with submitting an offer like that, hey, all you can do is tell them, all right, well, I guess we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
What
right,
do you
right.
say? What would you say, Wilmot? I
Ooh,
mean, I know you probably see this often.
right, right.
Let us hear your point of view.
This is good though, Gavin. Like you said, I've had those situations. Man, I had an uncle, and whew, I don't know, it's something about the family, right? It's something about the family, man. Hey, and if he watching, and he know who I'm talking about,
Don't say no
you
name.
know, he's such a savvy guy, right? Like, and but it's so funny when the shoe on the other foot, man. He don't take no low ball offers now,
Right.
but he'll make them quick, So but I think about it like this, guys. It's not common that someone will accept significantly less
Mm.
than what they got it they're asking for. It's not common. So let me say that it's not impossible that they won't accept it, that they will accept it. Okay. So that being said, I always look at days on market. Okay. How
Mm.
long has it, like you said, Gavin, look at
Mhm.
days on market. How long has it been on the market? Have they been having trouble selling the property? These are some clues. All right. Um, how is the neighborhood? Okay.
But
I'm
okay,
gonna
so
give you
I got a question for you. I didn't mean to
go
cut
ahead.
you off. So like
Yeah,
days on market, right? Because that can be misleading. So like, is there like a certain time frame? Like if it's been on the market 30 days, is that too long? You should offer something low versus something that's been on the market, a couple of months. Is there a way to gauge like the days on market to kind of say because it's been sitting X amount, we can get a good deal?
right. Well, so this is
Well, you know what?
so so I'm
I was
go
about to
ahead
say
because this is
this is
good.
a
This is
lot of
real
times.
good.
This is where it's good to make sure that you're well represented because
Ooh.
it's you see something on the market a long time. So this is where now your realtor will get involved and let's have a conversation with the listing agent or the sellers and find out, hey, why is that home? Why has the home been on the market so long? Well, we just couldn't find the right buyer, or we were under contract before financing fell through, or my sellers, they absolutely don't want to sell for less than list price. Well, now I got some context. So, I can now come back to my buyer and say, hey, well, it's been on the market for over a year because the sellers they owe they owe is they owe 300,000. That's why they got to sell it for no less than 315 to cover their costs. They're walking away with
Right,
no proceeds from this.
right,
So
right.
there could be particular reasons, but that's where representation comes in to where they can advocate and get those answers so that you can make an informed offer that's not a slap in the face to a buyer. I mean a seller or just a complete lowball offer.
Right.
That's my two
So
cents.
so I got you don't understand like what's going through my head right now. Like, right. So, but I can't give it all on this 15-minute show because we got 2 minutes left. So if you need more information, call me. I'll be more than happy to give you some, more tips and tricks on how to figure out how you should offer on a property. I will say it depends on the person, the buyer, too. Okay. One of the things is if you're an investor, right? I've worked with some savvy guys, right? And I would wonder why they would offer what they offer. Some of them have formulas, right? It has to meet a certain formula, a certain buy box in order for them to make a profit. If it's a flip or a potential rental property, they are very non-emotional when it comes to what they offer for the property. This is the price point. I've heard guys say this, hey, if I don't feel bad making an offer, it's too high.
Mm.
I've heard
Yeah.
people say, yeah. It's like if you don't feel some kind of way when you submit that offer, it's like, oh, that's kind of low. Well, it might be right. Okay. Now, if you are if you're not an investor like that, and you don't want to make the seller mad or offend the seller, okay, then we should think about this a little differently. All right. I always ask people this: what do you need? All right. Do you need closing costs? All right.
Mm.
Do you
Good
do
point.
you need do you want repairs to the house if something is wrong? Okay. I always try to make sure I get all that on the table. It's like, hey man, I can handle it. If I need to fix something, man, I'll fix it. It's okay. Well, shoot, we can go in a little lower then. Do you need
Yeah.
closing costs? We can go in a little lower then, you know. So I just like to fill out the buyer to kind of see where they are and financially. And then that way we can strategize and curate an offer that will, hopefully get them the home. So
I mean, that's such good advice. Such good advice. Because honestly, I've never heard anyone kind of position it from that angle, Wilmot, where you kind of, look at the other side of it. Like, yeah, if you are going to really come in this low, do you actually need, want most of the things that I've heard was people just specifically talking about closing costs, but not, thinking about repairs and other stuff like that. That also
right.
is a big part of the transaction too. Guys, this was so good. I feel like this 15 minutes, we only talked about one. I feel like one and a
Jesus.
half. We didn't even get
No.
to all the other missed opportunities. I guess we're going to have to play this one back next week because I
Yeah.
definitely want to hit on, because I hear it all the time. People are waiting for rates to drop. People are waiting for certain programs to come out, or people are waiting for, you fill in the blank in order to, purchase a home. They're looking for like the perfect, kind of setting in order for them to truly move. And so we want to make sure we're giving, the right advice and encouraging people to, sometimes it's like, playing double dutch, just jump right in and kind of figure it out as you go, as long as you're working with the right team. So guys, we thank you once again for tuning in, and we'll definitely catch you guys next week around the same time. We hope you guys have a great week.
Yeah.